POV. You are at your school library trying to find something to read. You enjoyed the Harry Potter books, but those took you a while to go through, so now you're trying to find something lighter. Captain Underpants is pretty funny, but isn't there something a little more to your high standard? I mean, you are in 4th grade now. Then boom, you see them. They have funny little cartoon characters on them, so you pick them up, and whoa, it's like watching a cartoon in my brain. Haha, these cows are racing this old woman, and these funny little creatures are along with them, and oh my god, there are things called rat creatures trying to eat them alive, and bake them into something called a quiche, and they're being led by an evil entity called the Lord of the Locusts, and ooh, Thorin is taking a bath. Alright, I'm invested. I'm of course talking about Bone, the graphic novel series by Jeff Smith, which somehow ended up getting marketed to children, and I couldn't be happier. I am so glad Bone was a graphic novel, because if it was a cartoon, there's no way I would be allowed to watch it. If this was on cable TV at the time, it would 100% be on Adult Swim. But I loved the more mature nature of it at the time. It gave me a sense of pride, the same way reading Harry Potter did, where I felt like I was reading a real story, and not just a little kid one. Although, Captain Underpants is still peak. I read that all the way to middle school. I am not ashamed to admit it. Magic Treehouse is up there too. You go help George Washington defeat the British Jack and Annie. America! So I know, I'm glad Bone was a graphic novel, but nowadays, this needs to be made into an animated show ASAP. I could easily see this being placed onto Netflix and blowing up similar to how Avatar The Last Airbender did, because yes, I think Bone is as good as Atla. I could say that with my full chest out. I wish Thorn had her full chest out. Anyways, I don't even want to spoil Bone. If for whatever reason you haven't read it yet, you need to do that right now immediately, because I could assure you, with a 99% certainty, that you are gonna love it, because it is peak. I mean, have I mentioned Thorn? This graphic novel is like a gateway drug to manga, because after I finished it, I kept rereading it, because there's nothing else in my library like it. Like, nothing at all. I can't think of one thing. Which is why when I found out manga exists, I was instantly addicted. I think it's similar to how Eminem is a gateway drug to rap for white people, myself included. 1 second you're in your awe to how fast Rap God is, and the next, it's getting sticky! It's getting sticky! Anyways, that's out of my yap sesh on Bone. I'm serious, if you haven't read it yet, read it. And if you have read it, read it again. It's still good. In fact, I'm gonna reread it right after I finish this video. So if you read it right now, it's almost like we're gonna be reading together. I don't really know what the point of this video was. Maybe I just want an excuse to gush about Thorn. But could you blame me? Please subscribe so I could feed my cat.